What's going on, everyone? This is the Sports Speculator here. I wanted to make this NFL preview last night, but man, I just got so late with the Tyson Fury fight, and my wife and I just had a newborn, so that newborn baby sleep schedule. Sleep is at a super premium right now, so we're about, I would say most games are probably entering the second, so this is kind of like cheating a little bit. But I just want to kind of go through games today, see who's going to win, then kind of see what happens. Okay, so 49ers Bengals. I got the 49ers. I think they're going to be a lot better this year. If Garoppolo can stay healthy, if that defense can stay solid. Honestly, I think they're a playoff team, or at least fighting for that wild card with the Vikings. Man, I was gonna say with the Panthers, but Panthers and Falcons. I mean, I don't know. We'll get to them later, but I think 49ers take it. Chargers Lions. Chargers tried so hard to lose last week, like they always do. Um, Ended up winning in overtime. Usually that's a game that they lose. I say in Detroit they lose to Detroit because you know you can't trust them. You know what I mean? You can't trust them, and I still want to call them San Diego. So Lions it is. Vikings Packers. I was gonna say Vikings when I was thinking about making this video. I was thinking about taking the Vikings. Packers are up 21-7. I'll still say Vikings. You know what I mean? I'll still go Vikings. I think that defense is really good. I think the Vikings are actually going to win the division this year. Um, so you know what? I won't waver. They're down 14. I'll still take it. Why not? Colts Titans. I think the Colts are going to win this one. It's in Tennessee, but I think Tennessee is kind of they're going to come down off of that win last week off of Cleveland, and I think the Colts are going to take it. And Colts should be 2-0, but they'll get their first win of the season, and it'll be nice. Patriots Dolphins in Miami. I saw some stat line that was like the Patriots are favored to lose for the first time in like forever. Antonio Brown is playing. I think he was listed as active last time I saw. Um, let's go Miami. Why not? I mean, the Patriots always usually have trouble playing in Miami. Miami is one of those teams. I don't know what it is. If the hot air, the warm water coming off I mean, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they have trouble. So I'll say Miami. Why not? Bills Giants. I go Bills. I think the Giants and the Redskins are just going to be a dumpster fire in the NFC East particular, but definitely in the NFC. I think the Giants are going nowhere fast. I feel that they're going to top out at like 4 wins this year, and I don't see it being this week against the Bills. Seahawks Steelers. I'm going to go Seahawks. I think Russell Wilson is clutch. I think he's just going to find a way to win. I think, yeah, a lot of their this season this year is just going to be tight, low scoring games. Russell Wilson just scrambling, 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 and then making a play. I think we're really going to see just how valuable he is and why the Seahawks locked him down. They knew if they couldn't lose him. They lose him, the team literally goes under Arizona, I think, if they don't have Russell Wilson. I think they just fade off into obscurity. They just probably like float away and they disappear into the fog, into the sound. So, but I think they win against the Steelers because of him. Cowboys Redskins. I go Cowboys, even though the Redskins are up right now, 7-0. Still early, still early. Cowboys, I think, are one of the Super Bowl favorites coming out of the NFC, and I think the Redskins topping out at 3 wins this year. They got players who don't want to play. Oh man, on that note, man, think about going back to Miami real quick. If you're a good player in Miami and you can get out, you will get out. This year, people are just leaving. They do not want to play for this franchise. It's crazy. Um, I've never seen anything like it, really. I mean, it would be the Dolphins. I mean, they haven't been good since Chad Pennington. You know what I mean? So shout out to Chad. Underrated. I always liked him. All right, so I got Cowboys and Redskins, Cardinals, Ravens. I got the Ravens. They're playing in Baltimore. Uh, I saw a little bit of highlights on Kyler Murray, and he had a pretty good last quarter. Um, I think he'll be okay in his first year. Usually, the if you're a good kind of standout college player and you have a decent system, your first year you could find a lot of success with RG3. Chip Kelly did that. He's not a player, but I mean, still, if you're kind of a superstar in college, you can kind of scheme your way your first year. You can surprise a lot of people. It's usually in that second year there's a come down, this big come down. So I think Kyler Murray is going to have a really good first year and then drop kind of years 2 and 3. But I'm taking the Ravens, Lamar Jackson. I think they're going to be around. Wild card team as well. I mean, heck, they might even win that division, honestly. You got Steelers, who kind of got shellacked. You got the Browns, who I think are going to underachieve and underwhelm, but still get to like 8 or 9 wins. And then you got the Ravens, you know? Cincinnati, I think, is 6 and 10, 5 and 11 this year. And so, yeah, I think the Ravens could potentially win that division. Jaguars, Texans. I got the Texans. I think Deshaun Watson is the truth. I think the defense is always pretty good, even with losing Clowney, and they have the best wide receiver in the league. So I got the Texans. It's Gardner Minshew. It's Gardner Minshew mania. I feel like it'll be interesting to see kind of what happens. I mean, he's got the team for the foreseeable future, and same thing about Kyler Murray, right? If you're a good college player or coach and you can get in a good scheme, there's not a lot of tape on you, you can have a nice season. So maybe Gardner kind of does that and maybe takes control of the team, because honestly, I'm not sold on Nick Foles as a starter at all. I think he's a system quarterback. I mean, we kind of saw that when he left Philadelphia the first time. I mean, he was not good as a starter. He came back as the backup, and then as a starter again in Jacksonville. I mean, getting hurt is not his fault, but I don't think Jacksonville does anything amazing with him at quarterback, honestly. I think they're probably better off with kind of a young guy out of college that you can mold schemes around, and if he's mobile enough, people can get kind of like off guard. You know what I mean? They don't really know how to game plan for him, and you can do lots of more interesting things with him. But all that said, still taking the Texans. They're going to win that division this year, I think, as long as everyone stays healthy. So, all right. So those are the games that are going on right now. Later on, let's see. All right, Chiefs Raiders. I got the Chiefs, although this one's in Oakland. They usually split a lot of times, a lot of years, but I mean, recently the Chiefs have been steamrolling through their division, so I'm taking the Chiefs. Bears Broncos. It's an interesting one, right? Because Broncos coach used to be the Bears D coordinator, right? So he really kind of knows Trubisky, and Trubisky's kind of getting exposed now. The last 7 games or so, I saw a stat that he threw. I don't have it in front of me right now, but he hasn't been very good going back to last season and carry over to this year. I don't really know carry over year to year. I kind of feel like you started on a clean slate, but I do know that the more time you're in the league, the more time people can prep for you, the more film people have to pick up your tendencies and your inconsistencies and kind of exploit those things. This one's in Denver, so I'm going to take the Broncos. Taking the Broncos. Saints Rams, my goodness. I'm taking the Saints. I think this one isn't going to be close either. I think the Saints are going to steamroll them. I think they have a lot to kind of play for as far as like bulletin board material goes. I mean, Drew Brees is a machine. Honestly, we talk about Brady being 42 and still slinging it. I mean, Brees is 40, and he's passed for over 5,000 yards. How many times in his career? Like 6 times. And the most times anyone has ever done it before him is like 2 or 3. Like, yeah, Drew Brees, I think, Oh, I mean, Brady has all the rings, right? But I think Breeze and Manning, um, as far as just like regular season wise, like numbers wise, skill wise, I mean, you take Brady out of New England with Belichick's scheme and all that other stuff, you put him anywhere else. I don't think he has 6 rings. I think you put Breeze, in any other kind of type situation. I mean, New Orleans was such a terrible team before he got there, and he turned it around and won a Super Bowl. So, yeah, Drew Brees all the way. Eagles Falcons. Man, this one is interesting because the Eagles. I don't know what to make of them yet. Like I want to say, oh, they're the Eagles. They're gonna win again. But I kind of have a sneaky suspicion the Falcons are going to take it. I mean, it's in Atlanta. Um, the Falcons are kind of been one of those teams that are up, down, up, down. I think we're going to get an up this week. It's the late game tonight, so yeah, I'm picking the Dirty Birds. Go Dirty Birds. What? Oh. Is that how you do it? Oh, Dirty Bird? Dion showed me that. And then Monday night, man. This one was kind of going to be an interesting game. Browns Jets. The Jets are just falling apart. The quarterback has mono. Like, who you been kissing? Who you been kissing, Sam? In New York, you're just licking subway rails, getting mono. Like, disgusting. Anyway, though, he's quarantined. He can't even leave his apartment, I think, for like a month. Uh, Everyone else is hurt. I mean, Le'Veon Bell might not even play, I think I saw. And so what was going to be a nice, compelling game, Browns, all this expectation against a Jets team that's kind of quietly bubbling up, very young, very talented. Now I guess the Jets season is over and nothing's going to happen. So this has the first game of the season, the Browns face the Titans. Everyone was kind of saying, oh, this is a trap game. Titans are actually pretty good. Watch out. And that's exactly what happened. Now, this game might have that same kind of thing to it, where it's like, oh, the Jets, no one's playing, everyone's out, nothing's going to happen. I mean, this has trap game written all over it, too. And if the Browns go down 0-2, oh my gosh, man. I mean, people are going to be all over this because they already don't like the Browns being so loud and outspoken without winning anything. So, for that reason, I'm going to have a little fun and I'm going to pick the Jets. Just, I don't know who the backup is. I don't know what's going on. I feel like, yeah, they're just going to find a way to win, and it's going to be even more turmoil in Cleveland, which will be fantastic to watch. Anyway, though, I'm going to go actually sit down and watch some of these games now. The newborn is sleeping, and everything's good. Everything's all quiet on the Western Front for right now. So just want to send this out there. Wanted to get some of my picks out. I know that it's kind of cheating, but for the Chiefs, Raiders, Bears, Broncos, Saints, Rams, Eagles, Falcons, Browns, Jets, those are totally clean, so we'll see how that goes. And also, to my credit, I picked a team down 2 touchdowns in the Vikings. Lions are down right now. Dolphins are down right now. That's just kind of a random. And the Seahawks are down right now. So, I didn't just take who was winning. Anyway, though, thanks for watching. Click like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you very soon.